Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be a products I'm disappointed by slash I'm going to be regretting the I'm not going to regret these. I mean, I do regret buying them, but I'm going to be decluttering these things. And I have been collecting these since a while actually, and I was waiting to film it, so I don't know why it's a little delayed, but actually I know why it's delayed. I've had so many different ideas. I've been wanting to film so many different things that this just got pushed to the back seat. But today I was like, I'm gonna just sit down and film this, even though I have other things that I need to film first. I was like, I'm just gonna sit down, film this, get done with it, and then I can eventually just give these products to people who might want them. So yeah, we're gonna dive right into it because I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible and still cover everything. So I have this bag right here that has all the products. I was basically collecting everything in here, so there are quite a bit of things, and let's jump right into it. The first thing that I wanted to kind of share with you and show you was the Sandiva SPF top up loose powder. Now this is supposed to be an like a loose powder that has SPF in it, so it's gonna be really great to like touch up and reapply SPF throughout the day. Apart from that, if you want to like top up your SPF application, like if you have an SPF 30 sunscreen that you feel like is not going to give you sun protection after a couple of hours, because SPF obviously breaks down throughout the day. It can only protect your skin so much against the sun, so it's great to even touch up if you have a sunscreen that has a lower SPF, like SPF 30 is compared to SPF 50. So yeah, this is a great product, and this is SPF 30, by the way, SPF 30 plus. So yeah, now my main kind of like the reason why I don't like this and I'm going to be decluttering it is not the actual formulation. I really like the formulation, by the way, but my problem is kind of with the shade. So I got the shade 22, which is supposed to be for like light medium skin tone. So I thought it's going to be like perfect for me because I'm not super fair, but I'm not super dark either. They have the lightest shade, which is 11, and they have 22, which is the second lightest shade, and they have 33, and they have 44. Now if 22 is dark for me, which by the way it is dark for me, that's the main reason why I'm going to declutter this. I can imagine the 33 and 44 is going to suit a lot of people who have darker like skin tones, which I think is great, but I also think that they should be a little bit more diverse in their shade range, and they should also be like giving you references as to what shade is going to be suitable for whom, because I would assume that someone who has super fair skin, like if 11 is going to be the shade for me, which again I don't know if it's going to be that or not, but if 11 is going to be suitable for me, there are so many people out there who are like super fair and they're not going to have a shade for themselves. So yeah, I think they should definitely be working on their shade range, because clearly 4 shades is not enough. This one kind of looks like a loose powder bronzer on me. That's how dark it is. This is shade 22 again, if I didn't tell you already. So I am planning on repurchasing this, and for some reason I don't know why, but the shade 11 is not listed on Sublime Live, but I'm pretty sure you can buy it from the website. So I'm gonna have to buy shade 11 from the website, and hopefully it's gonna be working for me. Really hoping that. So yeah, this one is gonna go to my friend who has a darker complexion as compared to what I do, so it's gonna probably work for her. But yeah, that was the Sandiva SPF powder. Again, it's not a product that I am disappointed by. I mean, the shade range I'm disappointed by, but the actual formulation I do really like. So yeah, there is that. Moving on to two SPFs. Let's quickly talk about them because I've already spoken about them quite a bit. We have the Conscious Chemist Clear Sheet Invisible Daily Sunscreen, and we have the Sunscoop Invisible Sunscreen SPF 40. Now these are two sunscreens which are like silicone clear sunscreens. Basically, I have done a comparison video on these two. I have shown you how they apply, how they look on the skin, everything. So definitely make sure that you go and check out that video. But these are two sunscreens I do not enjoy using on my face on a daily basis, which is why I decided, okay, I'm going to just eventually declutter this and give it to someone. So I had kept it in this bag itself, in like one area of my room basically. And earlier in September, basically on my birthday, why am I saying earlier in September? 6th of September is my birthday, if you were not aware about this already. And on my birthday, we actually went to Magica. So of course we were like out in the sun all day. not exactly, I mean, in the sun, but yeah, pretty much. I mean, you know what an amusement park like Imagica is like. And we did not have any body sunscreen. And when I say we, I mean me, my two best friends, my mother, and of course, I also had some of my cousins join in as well. So we were actually packing, and my best friend suggested that of course we have to carry a body sunscreen. And I was like, okay, I don't really have a body sunscreen, but I remember that I have these two sunscreens that I don't want to use on my face, and I have them sitting around and lying around. So I was like, okay, we have these, we could use them on the body, obviously, because they're sunscreens, they work. So we did use the Sunscoop one actually. I just took both because since we were 4 people, I was not sure how much sunscreen we're going to be using, and if we need to reapply, I didn't want to like run out, so I kept both with me. This one didn't end up getting used much, but this one we did end up using. I think I've used up like more than half of the tube. So yeah, we did end up using it that day. And I think in the future also we're just gonna have this on hand in case we require like a body sunscreen. We could easily use these and finish it up that way, because at the end of the day I did spend the money on it. That's one possibility. The other thing that could possibly happen is that I could give these to my mom and I could ask her that try them on your face, see how you like it. If you like it, you can use it on your face and use it up like that. So yeah, these will either get used as body sunscreens or they will get decluttered and they will be given to my mother, but they're still going to remain in the same house, so we will eventually figure out how those end up getting used up. So yeah, there is that. Then there are 3 serums by Deconstruct Skincare. We have the exfoliating serum, we have the brightening serum, and we have the pore control serum. Now the pore control and the brightening serum I have used, and the reason why I'm decluttering this particular like range of serums is because of the formulation A and the kind of consistency that it is. So it's a little bit like those gooey jelly serum kind of products, but at the same time it's more water based, and for some reason it just feels weird when I apply it on the skin. Like, I don't know if it's a consistency thing, I don't know if it's a formulation thing, I don't know what it is, but these serums just don't end up working for me. Like, most of the times I've seen that even if a serum does not necessarily claim it has hyaluronic acid or any sort of hydrating ingredients, it's still hydrating in terms of the texture and feels nice on the skin when you apply it. But with these, I feel like after washing my face, this is the first thing that I put on, and it just immediately feels weird to apply, and anything else that I put on top just adds to the weirdness experience. But when I don't use these and I use the other products, I don't face the same problem. So I don't really know what it is about these serums in terms of their consistency and texture and all that stuff. They just don't end up working for me, and I never like the way my skin feels or looks when I use these. So I did try them. I was like, okay, let's try, let's see. Tried it multiple times, gave it multiple chances, but I felt like I am someone, I love doing my skincare routine, I love the experience of doing my skincare routine, and it's just like a very therapeutic experience. So I don't want to be using anything in my skincare routine that I don't like to use, or that after I use it I feel like I'm not happy with my skincare. So for that reason, the pore control serum and the brightening serum are going to end up getting decluttered, and I will give it to my friends. I will see how they feel about the application, the experience, and all of that stuff, and if they like it, then they can go ahead and use it. But yeah, for me, Deconstruct Skincare and their serums are just going to be a big no. Moving on to one other serum from Deconstruct Skincare that I didn't speak about, which is the exfoliating serum. And then I also have the Nykaa Skin RX Skin Renew 10% AHA 1% salicylic acid face serum. This is what it looks like. So these two particular products are more so like those chemical peel exfoliation sort of products, and the reason why I bought these is because I wanted to make a video talking all about these serums, comparing the different serums from different brands, and kind of telling you which one to check out, which one you could probably pass on, all of that stuff. So that's the reason why I got these. And in a similar category, I've used up the minimalist one, I've used the Dot & Key ones in the past. I'm currently using the plum one, which by the way I'm making very slow progress on, because I barely use that serum, maybe like once or twice in a month. Not because you need to use it like, I mean, the frequency is not really an issue. It's more so that I have serums that I use on a day-to-day basis, like regular AHA, BHA serums, retinoids, stuff like that, which I tend to cycle in my rotation and use in my nighttime skincare routine way more often as compared to something like a chemical peel. So it's not so like a product thing, it's more so like a specific product category that doesn't end up getting used in my particular skincare routine, and then it just lies around. Like the plum one I've had open since so long, and if you see my bottle, I've hardly made a dent in it. So I know that even going through the plum is going to be a big task, and I have these two also. Now this again is by Deconstruct Skincare. I don't know what the formulation is like, but if this one is not as convenient to use, I think it's still fine, because it's not a leave-on product. It's something I'm gonna have to eventually wash off after 10-15 minutes. So even if the texture is weird, I wouldn't mind it. But it's just that because I don't tend to reach for products like these, having two doesn't really make sense. I feel like they will go bad before I'm able to use them. And the other thing is that my friends are actually looking for products like these, so I was like, you know what, it makes more sense if I give these to them and they can use it, as compared to me just having it in my collection sitting around and not getting the chance to use them basically. So that's the reason why these two are going to also be going to my friends. That was all the skincare pretty much that we had to talk about, and now we have some nail products and a makeup product as well. The makeup product is the Plum I Swear by eyeliner pen. This one is in the shade 01 black. Now this is kind of like, I feel like something that I should have not done, and that is trust liquid eyeliner pens. I feel like this is the one category of products where it's very easy to kind of like spend your money on it and then regret it, basically, because there are just no good options in the market, I feel like, just in general, because there are very few I feel like that are available, and even the ones that are not really great. This one I saw swatched on the Plum Instagram on their stories, and I was like, okay, this looks really pigmented, so I feel like the problem that I was having with others I will not have with this. But the same exact thing happened, and that is when you apply this on the eye, it's very streaky and patchy in application, and apart from that I feel like there is not enough ink coming out of it, and I've barely used it just once or twice. I think once I did a first impression, that was the first time I used it, and it was still decent, but the second, the third time I was just like, no, this is way too streaky. And because of how streaky it is, it's like applying product and removing it at the same time. It's the weirdest thing. I feel like you have to see it to believe it, but it's something that I don't think is worth trying this and wasting your money and then just to like see how bad it is. Don't waste your money. Don't get this, because personally I would not recommend it whatsoever. So yeah, this one is also probably gonna get decluttered, because I want to see if my friends for some reason can make this work for them, like in terms of the application and stuff. So I'm gonna give it to them, and we'll see how it works for them. But this is one I'm definitely not gonna keep. I think I've just found my favorite liquid liner, and I just want to stick to it. I don't want to mess around and try anything new, because it's absolutely not necessary. So yeah, there is that. And then the last two products that I'm going to talk to you and like share with you are these two nail paints. This one is by the brand TS, and it's the TS Nail Enamel in the shade Blue Lagoon, and this is the Nika. It's from the regular line, I believe, and it is the shade Midnight Craving 67. Now, my issue with both of these is the same, and that is that they are sheer and not opaque, obviously, which also makes them streaky, and they don't really look very good when you apply it on the nails. The TS one, I feel like even with like 2 coats, it doesn't look as good. So this one I just don't know how to make it work. And then the Nika one, I feel like you can make it work with 2 coats, But I personally, like, if I had to have a dark blue nail paint in my collection, I would actually prefer the dark blue that I like from the matte range as compared to this particular dark blue. Like, I like the way this looks on my nails, but I just wish it was a little bit more opaque. Like, even with one coat, I feel like if this had one coat, I mean, if I could just do one coat instead of two with this, it would look better. With two coats, it just looks too heavy, I feel like, and it also just doesn't look as good, at least for me personally. So yeah, that's my main issue with basically both of these. I'm decluttering them for the exact same reason, and that is I don't like the way they look or how streaky they are. So yeah, I'm also gonna give this to either my friends or my mom, whoever wants to like have these shades and make it work for them can definitely go ahead and do that. But yeah, that is pretty much it for all the products that I wanted to show you and like share with you. How many do we have in total? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. We have exactly 10 products, and I'm very happy that this video is not a million years long. But yeah, I hope that this video was not, it was definitely not fun, because of course we spent money on all these things which are going to end up going to other people, so technically it's not going to go down the drain. But I wish that these did work for me, and I just hope that you found at least this video informative, if not fun. But I hope it was helpful, and that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.